the medical system is broken. You have something that goes wrong, and the first thing is you need a drug or you need a surgery. And unfortunately, we're not taught that our bodies are completely capable of doing it on its own.
Well, what happened?
I actually started bleeding from my belly button. As a child, I had chronic constipation, which led to me having severe endometriosis. Endometriosis is where you have very severe menstrual cramps and cycles. But not only that, but your endometrial tissue that lines the inside of your uterus starts appearing outside of your uterus. And doctors were like, I've never seen that before. I've never even heard of that before. We don't know how to help you. So I had multiple surgeries, and 9 months later, it came back.
What did you change specifically?
Dr. Michelle says she's never met one single person that has cancer that didn't also have an infection in their mouth.
Interesting.
If you can't pronounce it, don't buy it, because there's a better option for you. I wish that on my health journey that there was an event like this. It would have fast-tracked my healing by years. I could have saved myself surgeries.
Sierra, thanks for coming on. For the people that don't know you, what do you do?
So I own a health conference, and we just put it on once a year, so we make it really big. It's a mouthful. It's called Southern Utah Holistic Health Summit. There is an acronym to shorten it. It's called South Summit. So you can find us on Instagram, South Summit. Our website's Utah South Summit. So
Is the conference in Utah, or where's the conference held?
it is in Utah. So St. George, and we're less than 2 hours north from Las Vegas.
Why should I come to this conference? What's on? What are we going to learn? Because
Everything.
he said health conference. I'm like, oh, I'm definitely into health. He's into health.
Oh, yeah.
Longevity.
Nice.
Yeah. What do you guys cover?
This year, we are going to be covering so many different topics. We have 25 different speakers coming, head to toe, your whole body. We didn't want to focus on just one thing. A lot of people were like, oh, do you have just a main focus? Like, let's talk about cancer. Let's talk about whatever. But we really wanted to give people a really well-rounded approach to their whole body, because our whole body works together. It's all the systems are connected. And so you can't just only focus on one thing. You have to address everything. So we have speakers and topics ranging all over the place to really help you move.
What's your background? What got you into this space?
Right. Yeah. I'm not a health professional. People ask me that too. Like, what's your business? What are you selling? I'm like, nothing.
Like, why are you passionate about it?
Yeah, I've had my own personal health journey. And I think for most of us, that's where it starts, where we have something happen to us. We're not getting the answers that we're looking for from doctors. We're getting the runaround. And then we turn to online. We turn to looking for the doctors and the voices that are out there that are sharing the truth about how our body works and functions. And that's exactly what happened to me. And I started finding those answers in people like Barbara O'Neill and Gary Brecka, Dr. Austin Lake. And when I'm hearing them speak truth about how our bodies work and function, so many light bulbs, right? Like, of course, this makes perfect sense. And then you realize that surgery I had was unnecessary.
Hold on.
That
I don't mean to be
medication was
nosy.
unnecessary.
I don't mean to be nosy, but what happened?
What happened? Okay, so I'll tell you. It started really simply. As a child, I had chronic constipation. And that sounds like really boring, like, okay, big deal. But that chronic constipation led to me having my appendix removed, which led to me having severe endometriosis. And
What's endometriosis?
endometriosis. So endometriosis is where you have very severe menstrual cramps and cycles. But not only that, but your endometrial tissue that lines the inside of your uterus starts appearing outside of your uterus.
Which explains why I had no idea what that was.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it attaches itself to your organs throughout your abdominal cavity. So it can attach to your bladder, your stomach, your intestines, anywhere. And it causes inflammation in your gut and all the things. And it's very, very painful. It was way more painful than my 3 pregnancies and deliveries.
Wow.
Like it's really painful. So when it got really serious for me is when my endometriosis was causing me to be in bed for 2 weeks out of every month, curled up in a ball. I'm like, I just need to lay here. If I don't move, then I feel okay. And it continued to get worse to the point where I actually started bleeding from my belly button,
Wow.
which crazy. And doctors were like, I've never seen that before. I've never even heard of that before. We don't know how to help you. So I had multiple surgeries, and 9 months later it came back. I'm like, okay, I need to get serious about what I'm doing and how I'm supporting my body. I was already felt like I was eating fairly clean, but I really cut out everything. No dairy,
What was
no.
clean?
I was pretty conscious of what I was eating. I didn't eat sugar. I didn't eat a lot of processed food. I didn't go out to eat to McDonald's and, other fast food places. I was paid attention to what I was eating. I paid attention to ingredients. I didn't know about seed oils at the time, so I was still eating seed oils. So I thought that I was doing all the things, and I was making progress for sure. But when this came back again is when I finally was like, okay, I'm going to take this very, very
What year
seriously.
was this?
This was, trying to even think, 5 years ago.
Because that's when Gary Brecka was coming onto the scene, right? 5 years ago. I'm trying to see where we were in the health and wellness and longevity space.
We're at the height of COVID.
Yeah, but 5 years ago, it's where like Gary Brecka was still coming on the
Everybody
scene.
was-
David Sinclair was coming onto the scene, talking about all the longevity and seed oils, and everything was slowly coming out, but it was on the fringes. It wasn't really as popular as it is today.
Right. And that's why I'm so grateful for people like Gary Brecka, because it's becoming a household conversation now. It's bringing so much awareness, because the doctors definitely didn't have answers for me, but even going online, it was like little bits here and there. And I'll say Barbara O'Neill was one of the first that I really was like getting so much really good information.
Who is she?
So she's the cutest. She has been deemed the grandma of the health industry. She's from Australia. She's 70 years old. She travels.
You've seen her.
Yeah.
Really?
If you
100%.
yes, if you see a picture of her or her videos, you'll be like, okay, I know who that is. She travels the world speaking and teaching. She's actually been banned in her own country for teaching. So when she goes home to visit, she's not allowed to teach or have any classes.
Mm-hmm.
And so she made the choice to travel because she knew how important this message was for people. And so, yeah, she travels all over the world. She was actually our keynote speaker last year.
So you found her 5 years ago, and you were kind of just following her.
Mm-hmm. And her main thing is really teaching you how your body works and functions, and teaching you to trust your body again. I feel like that's one of the main things that is so sad, is we've been taught to not trust our body. You have something that goes wrong, and the first thing is you need a drug or you need a surgery. You don't think that your body can do it on its own. And unfortunately, we're not taught that our bodies are completely capable of doing it on its own.
So
We
what
just
did you
have
do?
to learn how to support it. So, like I said, I had all of the surgeries, didn't work. So the first thing I did was change my diet, and my endometriosis has not come back.
What did you change specifically?
No sugar. I cut out dairy. I cut out gluten. I cut out seed oils, soy, corn, anything that's been genetically modified, anything that's been processed. Just went very, very natural with that. I've been able to add certain things back in, like eat gluten again or eat dairy again, because now there's so many better options. I can go and get raw dairy. I can go and get sourdough bread that is glyphosate free, and I can make sourdough at home. So there are products now that are making it accessible to where people don't have to radically change their diet anymore. They need to just learn what to look for and learn how to read ingredients. If you can't pronounce it, don't buy it, because there's a better option for you. You can buy crackers that you can read every single ingredient on it. You don't need the kind that's just full of straight chemicals. So, yeah.
And then, so what led you to go from your personal like health to then just starting a conference? Because that's a pretty big leap.
Yeah.
And when was the year you started the first
So
one?
I started last year.
Okay.
And we had Barbara O'Neill last year.
That's pretty big.
I mean, it was phenomenal. Like watching her videos online are amazing, but seeing her in person, a whole different story. And I've even bought her course beforehand and listened to like full lectures. Still does not even compare to seeing her in person. She's amazing.
Is she coming again this year?
Not this year, but maybe next year. Actually, yes, next year she's coming back. We have confirmed with her team and stuff to have her back next year. So we're super excited about that. But so what started the whole thing was I just, the more you learn, the more you wish everybody knew, because we watch our friends and family suffer so much. And you're like, there is a better way. And I want to just shout from the rooftops so I can teach people, but I'm not the professional, but I can bring the professionals together. And I wanted to see these people in person. I wanted to learn from them in person. And so the first year I set out to just create a really fun conference. That's what I'm like, I can do this. And my background is in events and event planning. And so I'm like, I know how to do that. And so I want to see these people in person. Let's bring them together. What I learned and what I saw from the first one is it's so much bigger than I realized. It's so much more needed than I realized. It's bigger than me. It's bigger than what I set out to do, and way more important for people. Yeah.
What's one thing that you learned that changed your whole view on health?
Okay, so Barbara has a fantastic lecture on your gut and how your gut works and functions. So we all think that we know and understand how our gut works. You know, it's very simple. Your stomach digests the food and it passes through your digestive system. So she has kind of a 2-part lecture, 2 hours each. So in the morning, she did the first 2 hours, and then after lunch, she did the second 2 hours. I sat there, jaw on the floor. Like the amount of detail that she explained in how our gut and the whole digestive system works and functions. I mean, people don't even understand how intelligent our bodies are. And what helped is when you learn how it really works and functions on that level, when people say things like you need to drink water, you're not just like, yeah, I know I need to drink water. You're like, no, okay, I get it. I understand.
Can you give us a high level of what that is? Like what I guess is so important about your gut? What should you feed it? What does it do?
So I'll tell you just one little thing that she taught me. So I mentioned earlier that I had my appendix removed because doctors think they can just cut your organs out and it doesn't matter. And lots of us don't even know what our appendix does.
It's extra.
Yeah, it's just a thing.
just
We
remove it.
don't
Not
need
needed.
it.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like those parts at IKEA. You're like, oh, I'm left over with extra parts.
Right, a few screws,
Yeah.
so we don't need. So I mentioned I had chronic constipation, and then they cut out my appendix. So your appendix, this tiny little organ, excretes a fluid that's like an oily substance that lines the lining of your digestive tract. So it helps all the food be able to move more easily through your digestive system. And then it also excretes another substance that helps with it's like antibacterial. So it contains the toxins. And so here I am having a hard time getting things to move through my system. When it's staying in your system, those toxins got to go somewhere. And so they're getting backed up into my body, which is then causing the endometriosis. Like it's a ripple effect, right? And so that tiny little organ that they think that they can cut out helps with 2 really big things. And we really want to make sure that those toxins that are passing through are eliminated quickly, but also are protected and not going other places in our body, because then it causes problems. So, I mean, that was something that Barbara O'Neill taught me. And those are the types of things that you learn from studying these people and listening and, being able to come to events like this. And I wish that on my health journey that there was an event like this. It would have fast-tracked my healing by years. I could have saved myself surgeries. I could have saved myself lots of money in surgeries. I mean, all of this information all in one place. I mean, it's incredible.
Well, can you share some of the stuff that you learned?
So let's see, what else have I learned? Okay, we've got a biological dentist. Her name is Dr. Michelle Jorgensen. She's known online as Living Well with Dr. Michelle. She's coming and she's speaking. I think that lecture will actually blow people's minds.
Why? Is she going to talk about fluoride? Because we have this running thing with fluoride.
Yeah, I mean, she may, I'm not sure.
Mhm.
But what people don't understand is how connected their dental health is to their entire body.
Yeah, the gums.
Yeah, and infections in your body. Root canals are super dangerous. Yeah. And people don't understand. And they can live with infections behind a root canal for years and not know it. And it's causing so much havoc in people's bodies.
Or when people get their wisdom teeth removed in that gap, so you got to do a cone beam scan.
Mm-hmm.
I did a cone scan, checked everything out.
Came back normal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was happy.
So, I mean, that's one thing that I've learned through this journey too, is just how connected our
It's connected
oral
to the
health
heart.
is to the, yeah.
A lot of heart disease is caused by gum disease. Just all the bacteria there goes like directly right into your heart.
Every tooth actually has a meridian to a different organ in the body. And so if you're like, oh, I'm having this problem with my heart, I have this problem with my stomach or liver or whatever, it's connected to your mouth for sure. Dr. Michelle says she's never met one single person that has cancer that didn't also have an infection in their mouth.
Interesting.
Yeah. So it's just, blows your mind. Like the things that you learn. My oldest daughter just recently had a baby. And so we've been going down the natural path and learning so much on that, because I went the traditional route because I didn't learn all of these things until later. And it's so fascinating how your bodies work and function. And so one thing that we just learned through this process is if your baby gets sick and you're nursing that child, there's actually a chemical in their saliva that while they're nursing gets passed to the mother. And so then her milk will change to create antibodies for your sick baby. I mean, our bodies are so intelligent and we just don't give it the credit that it deserves,
So if he gets sick, should he just...
No. We're beyond that.
We're past that.
We're past that point. But it's just, when I say that the medical system is broken and we've been lied to.
I think it's antiquated. I think it worked 100 years ago for what we had access to 100 years ago. I think now
But it
we
hasn't
have
evolved
so
with the
much.
times.
Yeah, we have so much evolution in health and medicine and everything that it just hasn't caught up yet.
Did your
Right.
daughter do a home birth?
She did. Yeah.
A lot more peaceful.
It was so peaceful. It was beautiful.
Both of my kids are home births.
Nice.
So nice to lay in your own bed after.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, she was gracious enough to let us, the whole family, be there. So my husband and I were there and her sisters. And it was such a beautiful experience. And in the, crucial part of everything, her husband actually grabbed my husband, her father, and said, "Okay, I need your help," because my daughter was so exhausted and her legs couldn't even support her. And so her husband grabbed her dad to come and help hold her, and her husband was holding her. I mean, it's just so beautiful to know that she welcomed her son into the world in the arms of her father and her husband. It just is amazing. And something like that would not happen in a hospital.
Most of the time it's one person in the room if you're lucky.
Yeah. It's really been so fun to learn all of the things that we've been learning and stuff. So yeah, I'm excited for this year. We have some of the most amazing people coming to speak Gary Brecka, of course. I mean,
He's coming?
he's coming.
When is the conference?
It's in 2 weeks. Well, okay, so I don't know when this will air. So from whenever this will air, maybe a week or so. So it's
It'll air
June.
next week for you.
Okay.
So it'll be a week out.
Yeah, so June 17th through the 20th. So it's a Wednesday through Saturday. We do a longer form conference on purpose because life is so rushed all the time. And we want to give people permission to slow down for a minute, take some time for yourself, and really take in all the information. We don't do breakout sessions. Everybody hates breakout sessions. You have FOMO of what's happening in the
In the other
room.
room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So it's just one person at a time speaking.
one person at a time. We've got one main stage. Everyone will speak from the main stage. There's no reason to miss any of it. But also, if you feel like 4 days is a little much, then come and go as you need to. One day at this conference is going to feel like a full conference for sure. But also, if you're able to, come and take it all in. And like I said, for me, if something like this was available, it would have fast-tracked my healing 100%. And, you know, we also want to build a community together. We want to be able to get to know people. And this allows us to build better conversations, better relationships with the people. Like when you come, talk to the person that's sitting next to you, because I guarantee they have an interesting story. And because we all do, we all have our health journeys, you know? And so we love having this a little bit longer conference style. And then we also will have vendors there, some of the best products and services around. People are coming from all across the country to come and have their products and services there. And I'm really excited. I'm like, I want to buy that and that and that. Like I'm excited to be able to use these things myself too.
How many
So
speakers will you have over the 4 days?
25. Yeah.
Will there be a schedule posted so you can pick and choose like what day you want to show up and listen to which person?
Yeah, absolutely. So we haven't posted that yet, but we will this next week. So I can tell you on Wednesday, we have Liana Warner Gray. She wrote the book, The Earth Diet. And her latest, she has several other books, but her latest book is The Truth About Seed Oils. It's really a great book, easy to read. She made it very understandable and stuff. But she'll be the final speaker that day. So it's kind of nice if you can only just catch the tail end. And then she's the keynote for that day. On Thursday, we have Dr. Bradley Campbell. He's a functional medicine doctor. He leans a lot more holistic into Chinese medicine. And he's fairly well known online, but if you're not familiar with him, he's definitely one to go look up and follow. So much information. Like his videos are like rapid fire, just giving you tons and tons in as fast as he can. And then he has all these highlight bubbles on his Instagram. Any topic you can think of, he'll have a highlight bubble on it. And he's constantly also doing Q&As on his Instagram, so you can ask him anything and he'll answer. I think that he's going to end up being one of people's favorites because he is kind of no BS, you know, and just sometimes even goes against the grain of what you might be hearing in the natural space, because he's like, I'm going to tell you what I really think about this and if it's really worth it or not. So I love that, because sometimes you need somebody that's going to help you differentiate what's truth and not. So he'll be awesome. So he's on Thursday. Friday, we have Chris Wark. He goes online by Chris Beat Cancer. So he's pretty well known under that tag name. And he's also doing a patient panel. So we'll have patients that have survived cancer, and they're going to be sharing some of their stories and stuff. So that will be right before lunch. And then at the end of the day, we have Dr. Austin Lake. And
I know Austin.
Yeah, he's awesome. I can't wait to meet him in person. I've talked to him several times. But just so down to earth.
Super. I had him on the podcast 2 years ago.
Yeah. We kind of have an extreme, like Gary Brecka is going to be like so full of life and energy. And then Austin Lake is just very calming. And
He's
just
very,
like,
just go with the flow.
Yes. Yeah. So he's going to be fantastic. We're excited to have him. And then Saturday, we have Dr. Sherry Tenpenny. She is the one that talks a lot about vaccines and vaccine safety. She'll talk about detoxing and removing heavy metals, and then Gary Brecka. And we'll also finish out the day with a keynote panel. So we're bringing them all back together to talk and answer a few more questions and stuff. So those are just the keynote speakers. I mean, that's not even everybody else that we have coming. Like I mentioned, Dr. Michelle Jorgensen. We have Dr. Tony Jimenez. He is one of the leading specialists in cancer right now, on the cutting edge of blending modern medicine and natural approach. He has 2 cancer facilities in Mexico. We're really excited to have him. He's going to be amazing. So yeah, the topics are going to range all over the place. A really great guy, Mike Fisher, owns a company called Vital Home Solutions. He'll be talking about mold and toxins in the home. He actually has some mold dogs that he's bringing, and is going to do a little demonstration with his dogs and stuff. So it'll be fun. It's there's a lot to take in for sure.
And then a lot of fun vendors, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have several companies that are EMF protection companies, like probably 2 or 3 different ones. There's one called the Wave Watch. It's a little device that you can wear, and it helps protect you from EMF. Sometimes we underestimate how much our bodies are bombarded by EMFs. So yeah, different companies like that. There'll be a lot. Yeah. Like any other questions? Trying to think what else I can say.
How many people you expect?
We're planning for 1,200. So if you're in the Las Vegas area, like I said, we're less than 2 hours away. Southern California is a 5 or 6 hour drive.
Can you fly in?
Yeah, there's a small airport in St. George. So I think there's a direct flight actually from LA to St. George. But it's a smaller airport. So we have people that are coming from everywhere, New Jersey, Florida, Texas. A lot of people coming from Texas, actually, as I've been watching tickets come in. Flying into Las Vegas is going to be the easiest, and then driving up.
Driving it the 2 hours.
Mm-hmm. We're taking a shuttle. There's a shuttle service that runs basically on the hour. And there's 2 different companies that do that. And so that's really super easy. But we really, my hope and goal for this is just to help people improve their lives. And we're all dealing with something. Everybody is. And, we want to be able to work and function, show up for our families, and we need to be able to take care of ourselves and take care of our families. And really, I would say, speaking to men directly, like, we want them to be more a part of the conversation, because it's been a lot of like the woman and the wife or the woman in the home that is paying attention more and looking at ingredients and how can I help my child and what's, healthy and stuff. And men are coming into it a little bit more, but not as much. And, it's a big job to have the responsibility over your whole family and their health. And so you don't want to leave that to just one person. We all want the help and support of our husbands and our significant others. And I was in the store the other day and I saw this couple walking down, and they're standing there, and the girl's picking up stuff and reading the ingredients, set it down, picks up another thing, is reading the ingredients. And the guy's just standing there, like looking around, not paying attention to what she's looking at, not being engaged in why. So, we want our partners to be a part of this and understand what's going on. And I think that, they can really show up in a bigger way for sure, and be a bigger part of the conversation and take on responsibility too, and helping lead and guide their family to health and wellness.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
And so where do people find you to get more information?
Yeah.
Hear more?
Our Instagram's probably the best, which is South_Summit_. Our website's Utah South Summit. We've been so busy with planning. It's not totally updated. We do have some speakers on there. We do have some vendors on there, but not a full list. So we need to get that updated. But we have a lot more information on our Instagram because it's just faster, easier to update. So And all the links are on the Instagram as well. So links for tickets are on there. Links to our website are on there. You can also message me directly on that Instagram. I will answer it. Absolutely. You can ask me any questions. I'm happy to connect. And I really am looking forward to connecting with people in person. I personally have been on the phone calling and just talking to people and listening to people's stories and what they're going through. And I've been on the phone crying with people because just listening to, their struggles, and it's definitely real. And I look forward to connecting with them in person and helping them to find some answers and find a path for them, find a community.
Great. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
Likewise.
Appreciate it.